Hello friends and welcome back to the channel.
Hello,
Can you guess where we are today?
we're at WADDESDON Manor today.
We are WADDESDON Manor in Buckinghamshire. It is the home, or it was the home, to the Rothschild family. It is a magnificent French Renaissance Style Chateau. We're going to take you inside for a look around, and we're also going to show you the beautiful gardens. So do you want to come along?
Let's go.
WADDESDON Manor was built by Baron Ferdinand de Rothschild between 1839 and 1898. From 1874, it would become a home to display his collection of French decorative arts alongside English portraits and Dutch Old Master paintings. Our tour began in the East Gallery. The East Gallery is dominated by two paintings of Venice by Francesco Guardi. When the Shah of Persia visited WADDESDON in 1889, he was entertained by the elephant automaton and also by Baron Ferdinand's poodle, Poupon. Poupon performed a series of jumps down the long corridor. The automaton plays 4 tunes, while the trunk, tail, ears and eyes of the elephant move, as do the figurines and elements of the base. Next we enter the breakfast room. The chandelier in this room is the largest in the house, combining crystal and glass. It dates from the 19th century and originally hung in the grey drawing room. Male guests would have had their breakfast here, while the ladies breakfasted in bed. Food was brought in through doors concealed in panelling in the corner. When Baron Ferdinand held dinners, dishes were brought by footmen from the kitchen, through the servery behind the breakfast room and into the dining room. Sometimes meals were accompanied by musicians who played in the conservatory. We now enter the magnificent dining room. The 19th century table can be extended to seat 24 diners. The chandeliers and wall lights were electrified by May 1890, and when Queen Victoria visited WADDESDON, she was particularly fascinated by the electric lights. Interestingly, all the marble that we see in this room came from Italy. From the dining room we enter the beautiful red drawing room. This was the main reception room for guests arriving in the 19th century. The original arrangement of furniture included more seating to create comfortable conversation corners for up to 40 house guests. Ferdinand placed important 18th century English portraits in this room, including works by Thomas Gainsborough and Sir Joshua Reynolds. The next room on our tour is the Grey Drawing Room. In Ferdinand's day, the Grey Drawing Room served as the main room for ladies. Here they could relax after dinner while the men drank port in the dining room before rejoining them for conversation, cards and music. This room is also home to more important works of art by Sir Joshua Reynolds, including portraits of the Duchess of Cumberland, Mrs. Abingdon and Lady Jane Halliday. The West Gallery houses some wonderful clocks, Sèvres porcelain and some magnificent tapestry panels. This room was originally used as a place where guests could read newspapers and write letters. The tall pedestal clock below the tapestry panel has a case in buhl marquetry with a late English movement. It dates from around 1715 and was once in the collection of the 4th Earl of Chesterfield. Off the West Gallery we see the small library. This room was part of Baron Ferdinand's private apartment on the ground floor. The bookcases contain Ferdinand's working library and cover subjects including history, politics and literature. In Baron Ferdinand's time, this room was known as the Green Sitting Room. It was a private space. It contains groupings of furniture, paintings and small objects, including photographs of family and friends. The cosy corners would have allowed for conversation between guests who would have been invited to enter the Baron's private apartments. We now enter the West Hall. This was originally the western end of the house before the morning room wing was added between 1889 and 1891. Doors at the bottom of the west stairs and to the left of the entrance to the morning room allowed staff access to the house to carry out their duties or to visit Baron Ferdinand in his small writing room. The morning room is a very large room. When Baron Ferdinand discovered that WADDESDON, as his architect had warned him, was too small, the new wing also provided 2-bedroom suites and extra service accommodation on the floors above. Electricity was installed in some areas of the house while the building work was underway. The morning room replaced the West Gallery as the principal sitting room where Ferdinand's guests could read newspapers and write letters in the mornings during their stay. We now take the servants' staircase to the first floor. The state dressing room, state bedroom and green boudoir formed the principal guest bedroom suite and were probably renamed in honour of Queen Victoria's visit in May 1890. She did not stay the night, but she did rest in the bedroom, where she received the gift of a jewelled fan from Baron Ferdinand. The suite originally included a bathroom at the end of the short corridor outside the dressing room. It is the only guest suite to have its own sitting room. After seeing the state suite, the next rooms we see are the fountain bedroom and bathroom. This suite was used by Alistair Rothschild between 1847 and 1922. She was sister of Baron Ferdinand. This suite of rooms was known as the Pink Suite. It also had a sitting room next door, in what is now part of the White Drawing Room. The portico bedroom was originally known as the North Grey bedroom, and it is the only one with access to the outside onto the porte cochere or covered porch over the main front door. The far door leads to an ensuite bathroom dating from the 1920s. We particularly like the White Drawing Room. This room was originally part of Alistair Rothschild's suite of rooms. It was in here that she kept some of her many treasures. This room was reorganised as we see it today during the 1990s by Lord Jacob Rothschild. The blue dining room is another room that was created between 1990 and 1995 out of former bedrooms. Originally known as the turret suite, it comprised a bedroom, dressing room and bathroom. Most of the works of art were added by Jacob Rothschild through the Rothschild Foundation. We now enter the bachelor's wing. In Ferdinand's time, this corridor was hung with richly embroidered textiles, creating a fashionable tent-like interior. The effect would have emphasised the change in decorative style from the 18th century France to one evoking the Renaissance. The bachelor's wing was the first part of the house to be completed in 1880. It comprised 10 bedrooms for single male guests, 15 bedrooms for permanent male staff and visiting servants, and 2 rooms for the masculine pastimes of smoking and billiards. Most of the objects in the smoking room and armoury corridor were collected by the Baron's sister Alice. She inherited WADDESDON after his death. She refurnished the room and also collected the Renaissance objects. So the gardens here are absolutely magnificent. We've just really enjoyed looking at the aviary. They've got some beautiful exotic birds. And just look at these wooden elephant sculptures coming up ahead. So those elephants were actually made from bamboo canes. They've been moulded around a framework, but they look absolutely splendid. We're going a little further on into the garden now. It's so beautiful and very peaceful here this morning. Everything is so thoughtfully planted. Yeah, we're really enjoying our visit to WADDESDON today. Well, that was absolutely wonderful. What did we think of WADDESDON Manor, Ant?
Oh, it's absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
It really is. The Baron had very good taste. The house is absolutely full of the most amazing paintings and antique furniture. Absolutely beautiful. It's blown us away. We did stop and have a little bit of a bite to eat after we came out.
Very expensive bite to eat.
Very expensive, very tasty, but we won't go there. So we hope you enjoyed looking around WADDESDON Manor with us. If you did,
Give us a like, subscribe, comment and ring that bell.
thanks guys. We hope you're all well and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.